The biggest barrier to higher education is access, and that's why Howard Community College has made education and training available throughout the area. On this episode, you'll learn all about our Business Training Center, the Mount Airy College Center for Healthcare Education, and the Laurel College Center. Stay tuned as we explore these state-of-the-art facilities and all they have to offer. Welcome to In Focus. I'm Dr. Kate Hetherington. For over 20 years, the Charles I. Ecker Business Training Center has served as Howard County's prime source of business training and consulting. This beautiful state-of-the-art facility is conveniently located in the Baltimore-Washington corridor, just seconds off of I-95 and Route 175. Here to tell us more about the center is the Executive Director of Workforce Development, Patty Keeton. Welcome, Patty.
Thank you, Kate. It's good to be here.
Why was the Business Training Center created, and how did it get its name?
Well, 20 years ago, we were looking for additional space to provide training to the businesses of the county, and the Gateway Industrial Park was being built at that time, and we were offered a location that was central, so we jumped at the chance. Charles I. Ecker, who was our county executive at the time, offered us the first floor of the Gateway building, and we thought it was a wonderful offer.
Such a wonderful man and so much a part of our community too.
Very supportive.
Yeah. Now you talked about the business community having a void as far as training is concerned. Can you tell me how the center fills that void?
Well, certainly. It's a prime space for non-credit technical training, but it's also prime meeting space and facilities usage, not just for businesses, and certainly that's our prime audience, but for the Howard County government, for the Maryland State government, for professional organizations, for computer user groups. So because of its location and its flexibility, it serves many purposes for many different audiences.
And I assume that's one of the distinguishing characteristics of it as a business training center. Are there other things that distinguish our business training center from other centers?
It's because of the variety of training that happens there and the flexibility of the center staff themselves. We offer non-credit technical training as well as healthcare and business courses. We can offer those courses in a variety of formats, both open enrollment, where someone chooses to take a course that we've designed and enroll as an individual, or we can offer a customized course for a business at that location or somewhere else. And I think the flexibility of the center, as well as physically being able to restructure classrooms to the needs of the particular customer, all make it very unique.
You said we offer both physical courses that are located at the center and then virtual training. So can you explain to our audience what that means to the customer?
Sure. For many customers, they are an individual and they want to choose a particular course, and they're only one of many people in that course. But for other companies, they have a small cadre of people or even a large group of people who need proprietary training or particular content that they want delivered at their site. And so we have literally delivered in other parts of the country and in other parts of the world when we've developed the customized training here first and then carried it out to other parts of the organization.
Which really makes it as a unique service
it's very unique,
give to our customers. So how are these custom courses developed? I mean, what generates that?
Well, it's usually a customer request. We're there as instructional systems designers to say, what are the objectives your company's trying to reach? If you get the key objectives down, then you've got the course. Then we bring in subject matter experts who are experts in the content of whatever the topic is, and we literally design the course from the customer's objectives.
And what kind of businesses typically use the center?
Well, it could be any small business here in Howard County. It is frequently a government contractor that's looking for space. We certainly are close enough to Fort Meade that the federal government makes heavy use of the facility. We have companies like MedStar, Tenable, who is a cybersecurity company, and even associations like CPAs because they don't need space routinely, we have a beautiful boardroom that many people take advantage of.
And what courses do you offer in management that leads to these sought-after certifications? Because everybody's going for certifications nowadays.
Oh yes, they really are, yeah. One of our hottest, the Society for Human Resource courses that give you a SHRM certification for professional human resource people. And we offer that both as an open enrollment where somebody has one person to send to the company, and we've also offered it at a company site for several people. Another one would be project management, which is very, very essential for those in government contracting especially. There's also certifications in Microsoft Office, and certainly there are medical billing certifications and childcare certifications. Also in the cyber world, we've done quite a bit of training in A+ and Net+ and Security+, so that our business folks can act on those government contracts as they come out.
And for folks not interested in management or certifications?
Well, there's a whole variety of courses offered. Some of the more popular ones are Ready to Work series for those who maybe have been out of work or unemployed for a while, and also a Project Management Basics course. In fact, our county government just used that for several of their staff. Those who are not quite ready for the PMP certification, but just want to be familiar with project management.
Why do you think the Business Center has been so successful? It's been around for so many years and their ratings are 100% plus from customers, and it's affordable, probably more affordable than many other options. What else do you think has led to the success?
Well, location certainly matters, and I think reliability of the staff, their professionalism is what we hear the comments on more often than not. It's also a very flexible space. And when you say affordable, we're really trying to provide a service that's different than going to a hotel. You are dealing with professional facilitators in the classroom, and you're dealing with staff that understand how to offer a professional product to their customer.
And here in Howard County, we have so many talented people that I'm sure you have a good pool of applicants as far as people who teach these courses too.
Absolutely. It's one of the riches of the county, and one reason that also they like to come to us is because they're in a professional environment while they're working, and so it's very important to our faculty, our trainers, as well as to our customers.
Patty, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today and giving us so much wonderful information about the center.
Thank you. It's one of my favorite things to do.
I know, I can tell. Thank you. So next up, we'll visit the Mount Airy College Center for Healthcare Education, so stay tuned.
Hey, Mom. I got the job.
You've got the job. Welcome aboard.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Donate to Goodwill. Help provide job training in your community. Learning at home. Learning in the classroom. Learning for success. For learning that works for you, choose Howard Community College. To find courses and programs that fit your schedule and learning style, visit hcclearningworks.com. You can get there from here.
The Mount Airy College Center for Healthcare Education is a unique collaboration between Carroll, Frederick, and Howard Community Colleges. It is conveniently located off of Interstate 70 in picturesque Mount Airy. The center brings together high-quality healthcare education from all three campuses into one facility. Here to tell us more is the director of the center, Caroline Wood. Welcome, Caroline.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Why was the center established?
Well, while the center is fairly new, less than 2 years old, the partnership between Howard, Carroll, and Frederick goes back over a decade when they started the Mid-Maryland Allied Healthcare Education Consortium. And that created an umbrella of in-demand healthcare programs. And students could attend a program at another school between that consortium for in-county tuition. And so a few years ago, the group decided to open a center where they would put some of those programs, as well as general education classes and continuing education classes in healthcare professions. So in short, the center was established to provide high demand career training for the region.
How does the collaboration among the 3 community colleges benefit students?
There are so many benefits. There's financial benefits to the students and the colleges, and there are academic benefits. The financial benefit is that all students living in Howard, Frederick, and Carroll can come to the Center for In-County Tuition, whether they're seeking a clinical program in an AAS degree, or whether they're seeking just a non-credit course that they want to boost their skill set in their healthcare profession, or if they just want to take a general education credit. So it serves them even if they just live around the block and want to take a statistics course or a college composition course. Now, academically, it serves them because we're putting all of those resources in one place. So we're leveraging our resources and we can share everything. So say a student in medical terminology class might typically only have a flat PowerPoint of a brain when they're studying the brain. While at Mount Airy, the instructor can go down to our anatomy and physiology lab and borrow models of the brain, and it really creates a deeper learning, much more experiential learning. And we have a really strong biological sciences program, and that really helps for those that are pre-allied health. There's a camaraderie, and geographically, if they live close by, they can study together, they can come to the center, it's quiet, and it really helps them in that way. And really the main reason why it benefits students is because it creates opportunities for them to learn and grow and seek careers in employment areas where we know there are jobs.
Now, many of the programs being offered at the center are identified as workforce shortage areas. Can you tell us about the shortage and how Mount Airy, the center, is filling this gap?
Sure. So when we talk about workforce shortage, what we're talking about is there are more jobs than there are people. There's an employer-based need for these skills, and they are seeking people for these skill sets. When we look at the programs we choose at Mount Airy, we look for that. So we're choosing programs specifically where we know there's a strong outlook. And we have clinical programs, we have continuing education programs. Our clinical programs are respiratory care, which has a really strong job outlook, 28% growth by 2020, that's above the average. We have an emergency medical services program. It's a fantastic job outlook. Bureau of Labor Statistics is looking at more than 33% job growth. Health information technology and non-credit or certified nursing assistant, all above 20% job growth by 2020. So we're looking at really strong programs that are going to meet the need in the regional workforce, so people aren't having to leave the area to find work.
Now, what degree programs are currently available at the center?
We have a couple of degree programs, and we're adding another one we're very excited about. Right now we have an Associate of Applied Science in Respiratory Care. That's a Frederick Community College degree, and that trains respiratory therapists. So they work in acute care settings like hospitals and ICUs, or they might work in home health care with a patient that has COPD or asthma. So there are multiple places that they work. We have a Health Information Technology degree from Carroll Community College, and that's really focused on coding. So that's the main focus. People are going to find jobs in physicians' offices as coders. And we will be offering a bioprocessing degree in the fall of 2014. That is a Frederick Community College degree. And what I want to point out that really excites me about our offerings is that there's a real diversity, so that students can come in and they can choose from direct care. Well, if they want to work directly with a patient, then they'll probably want to choose our respiratory care program. If they want to work in an office really away from that clinical setting and they want to work alone, well, that health information technology might be best for them. Or if they want to work in a lab, bioprocessing might be best for them. So it's not a one-size-fits-all approach for healthcare, and I think that that really offers the most amount of options to students.
Indeed. And can you tell us about the credit certificate programs?
Sure. We have a couple of credit certificate programs and a credential. So we have health information technology certificate programs. We have a core certificate and we have an advanced certificate. The core certificate is your basic health information technology. That'll get your workforce ready, get you out in the field. And then the advanced health information technology certificate really builds on that with encoding and reimbursement skills. And both of those certificates allow you to sit for licensure exams. And we also have emergency medical services program certificate and a credential. We have a really robust emergency medical technician program. It's one of the most exciting that I have seen. We Just our last class had a 100% pass rate on the state exam, and so that's a great credential for folks to have. It's required to do our other certificate in emergency medical services, which is paramedic. I do want to note with EMT that it's not just those that want to be EMTs and paramedics that do EMT. We see a lot of pre-med students, we see people who want to go into nursing, people who want to find out if they want to do direct care. So it's a really diverse group that we see through our EMT programs. Our first paramedic cohort will go through in the spring of 2014. So we're really looking forward to seeing how that goes, and that's a year-long program.
The center offers a long list of short-term training and continuing education courses for healthcare providers. Let's start with the Certified Nursing Assistant program.
Sure. Certified Nursing Assistant is a real foundational course for a lot of healthcare education facilities, and that prepares students to work in multiple settings. Most students we find will work in long-term care facilities or rehab centers or in home health care. And I find that a lot of people will call me, a lot of home health care employers will call me searching for CNAs. And so that shows us there are jobs out there. They're seeking them before they have even gotten their certificate. Once they complete the CNA, they can take a geriatric nursing assistant test. Most of our students do that because a lot of long-term care facilities do require that GNA to work in their facilities. And what we do as well at Mount Airy is we offer multiple classes in addition to CNA that builds on those skills, so they have a strong portfolio and they're more marketable out in the job market. So we do something called advanced patient care skills. Some people might call it patient care tech. Again, builds that portfolio of skills within the hospital and long-term care setting. And then we do a class called Medicine Aid, which allows GNAs to become certified medicine aides and allows them to administer and monitor medicines.
All great opportunities for people. And I know our registered nurses always have to go through continuing education. What do we offer for the continuing education options for registered nurses?
We have a couple of classes. We have a class that we call Train the Trainer, which essentially trains registered nurses to train nursing assistants. So it's teaching registered nurses how to be teachers. And we also have an RN case manager delegating for the assisted living. So what that means is that RN is now being trained to be a manager in an assisted living facility, learning how to delegate, learning how to case manage, learning adult education principles and ethics and things like that to build on those RN skills, but also training him or her as a supervisor.
And how about healthcare providers? What do you offer for them?
We offer advanced cardiac life support, which is really dealing with cardiopulmonary distress and sudden death. So that's something a lot of healthcare providers are required to have when they work in the field. Also, we offer CPR healthcare provider and CPR healthcare provider renewal. When we talk about CPR healthcare provider, it's not the class you or I might take. It's much more advanced, and it is required. It's a required certification for almost anyone that's in the healthcare field.
And an exciting new field is dental assisting. So can you tell us about that?
Sure. It's one of our most popular programs, and it's so exciting to see people come in and enjoy our state-of-the-art facility. We have a full spread of dental chairs, and so they can really practice in a clinical setting. We offer dental assisting, which people might think of the dental assistants as the person who hands the hygienist or the dentist the equipment or manages the supplies. And we also do oral radiography, which we find goes hand in hand with dental assisting. So most of our dental assistant students will go into our oral radiography class because those are two skills that go together to get the dental assisting job.
Now, why do you think the center has been so successful?
I think there are a lot of reasons. First, I have been incredibly proud to be part of such a wonderful collaboration. All three colleges have participated in a way that they should be proud of and their constituents should be proud of. Also, I think there's so many benefits to students. The geographic location is serving a really underserved geographic location, and also our offerings get people into high demand fields where they're going to find employment. And I think ultimately, if you look at the macro of why we'll be successful, is not just for the students, but the community at large. The healthcare providers will have highly competent, trained employees, and the community at large is going to have a high quality healthcare product when they go to the office.
Well, I think a lot of the success goes to you and the fact that you were there right from the beginning and you've done such a marvelous job. So thank you, Caroline, for all your good work, and thanks for being on the program today.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we'll visit an HCC campus located in Laurel, Maryland. Through partnerships, the Laurel College Center offers degrees, job skills, and personal enrichment courses. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Learning at home. Learning in the classroom. Learning for success. For learning that works for you, choose Howard Community College. To find courses and programs that fit your schedule and learning style, visit hcclearningworks.com. You can get there from here.
I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
The Laurel College Center is one of 8 regional higher education centers in the state. The center offers in-demand degree programs ranging from associate to master's degrees, job skills training, and personal enrichment courses. Located near the Laurel Shopping Center in Prince George's County, the center is convenient to people who live and work in the Baltimore-Washington corridor. Here to tell us more is the director of the center, Nancy Grinberg. Welcome, Nancy.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's so good to have you here, and I'm excited to hear about the Laurel College Center. So let's get started by you telling us why it was created in the first place.
Well, Laurel is located where 4 counties come together, actually. It sits at the northernmost point of Prince George's County and the southernmost point of Howard County. And back in 2001, Howard Community College and Prince George's Community College felt that this was a underserved area, that it was an area that neither college was effectively reaching. So they decided to join in a very unique partnership and create the Laurel College Center. And they brought higher education and continuing education to the Laurel area.
And what makes the partnership between Prince George's Community College and Howard Community College groundbreaking?
It's a very unique partnership, a true 50-50 partnership, one where the partners not only share space at the center, they actually share articulated programs. The students from both Prince George's and Howard Community College come and take classes together. They sit in the classrooms together, and this was a very visionary concept. Back in 2001, it was really the only center of its kind. And then in 2004, Laurel College Center decided to expand their partnerships and join with 4-year partners that could bring bachelor's and master's and graduate degree programs. And because of this, it was designated a regional higher education center by the state of Maryland, one of 8 in the state of Maryland, and really the only one that has this community college partnership.
So tell me a little bit more about the 2-year and 4-year partnership and how does that work?
Well, we have what we call 2+2 programs, and the 2+2 program provides an affordable and accessible option for those students who have a bachelor's degree as their educational goal. They can take the first 2 years with one of the community colleges and then move seamlessly into one of our 4-year partners and continue for their bachelor's degree, all by taking classes exclusively at the Laurel College Center. Right now, our bachelor's partners are University of Maryland University College and Notre Dame of Maryland University.
Tell me about the programs that are offered at the center.
Well, right now, Laurel College Center has 12 degree programs, 5 associate, 6 bachelor's, and 1 master's degree program. The associate degrees are offered by Howard and Prince George's Community College and include general studies, business administration, criminal justice, and teacher's education in elementary and early childhood education. Our bachelor's degree programs match up with our associate degree programs. Notre Dame of Maryland University offers the second 2 years of teacher education and business administration. University of Maryland University College offers courses in criminal justice and information systems management, and as well as social sciences. We also have University of Maryland College Park that offers their master's in teacher certification. We're actually looking into joining with other 4-year partners and bringing more programs to better match up with the education goals of our students. And along with that, we also have workforce development and continuing education courses. We have certificate programs in certified nursing assistant and child care, commercial driver's license, and many jobs and job skills and computer courses, as well as many, many personal enrichment courses.
How about the GED and the ESL? Because the ESL is new, is that right?
It's very new, and we're very proud. We're very proud that we've expanded to join with this program. It's really a direct response to the growing and changing population and the educational needs of the area. We had many requests from the community to start offering GED program and the ESL courses. So last fall, in 2012, we started offering the non-credit GED prep courses and ESL courses, and it was a great success. So this semester, this fall, 2013, we started offering credit ESL courses, and we're looking forward to expanding that program even further.
Well, there's a true entrepreneurial spirit working at the Laurel College Center. Wouldn't you say? You're really looking at what the community needs and addressing those needs of the community?
We're always trying to respond to what's needed in the community, what the educational goals of the community are.
And that's probably one of the reasons why the center has grown so dramatically over the years. So how have you met this growth? What have you done at the center to accommodate the enrollment growth?
We're actually very proud of how the Laurel College Center has grown from 200 students when we first opened in fall 2001 to over 1,400 students this semester, and we're working hard to meet that demand. One thing we've done is grow physically. Over the years, we've added 2 biology labs, and we've expanded and added classrooms. We've also added courses, especially in the science field, because many of our students are in allied health programs. And we've also increased our student services. We offer more advising and tutoring, and we've added many more college life service events.
So you've done such a phenomenal job as the director. You've been there since the very first day, and we're so fortunate to have you and your talents. So besides you, Nancy, why else do you think that the Laurel College Center is so successful?
Oh, thank you. Well, I think there are many reasons why the Laurel College Center is successful. I could think of 3 main reasons right off, and one of them is the partnership. I mean, there's no way Laurel College Center could be what it is today without the support and the leadership it gets from both home campuses, Prince George's and Howard Community College, including the presidents. And we also have a governing body. It's called the Policy and Coordinating Council, or we call it the PAC Council, and it's made up of the vice presidents and senior administrators from both campuses. Second reason would probably be the first reason most students say they choose to come to Laurel College Center, and that's, like you said before, location and convenience. The whole center could not work without the incredible faculty and staff. It's a very dedicated staff that works so hard to make a warm and friendly and helpful atmosphere to help students reach their educational goals.
And you can feel that when you go on the campus. It's very welcoming and supportive environment. So thanks, Nancy, for doing such a great job. And thank you so much for being on the program today.
Oh, thank you.
Well, that wraps up this edition of In Focus. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you the next time.